And welcome into the Rebel Intramural Sports Net. We've got an exciting game for you here between Juli Regulates and Kaleb the Best. And Juli Regulates is going to get off to the hot start here, starting off 1-0 here. Will Lewin here, joined alongside my broadcasting co-host, Whit Lummis, as we are just about set to get underway here. Another point there for Juli Regulates. It's now a 2-0 game here early.
Now, well, who do we got on the roster for these two teams?
That's a great question there. We saw Juli Regulates earlier in today's affairs. We've got Angelo Domingo who's actually serving. He's rocking the number 6-7, if you could believe it or not. Here's his serve over towards the other side of the net. Kaleb the Best able to feed it cleanly. There's Fernandez trying to get the handover, and it'll be a free point there for Team Kaleb the Best. That's actually Coronin. It's now Kaleb the Best ball. This is Strider Samero feeding it over, and that's going to be way over, and it'll be a point for Juli Regulates. Juliana Bonez liking that one as she celebrates with a quick little scuba for her team. 3-1 ball game here.
That was definitely an interesting serve windup there.
Yeah, the high serve. A lot of the vets love to do that kind of thing. Here's Defunya, and that ball is going to hit the net. She's not happy with that one, and it's now quickly back to Team Kaleb the Best. 3-2 game here. And an exciting matchup between two of the hottest teams in Intramural Volleyball. The Wellness and Recreation Center here on the third floor is just absolutely packed with fans. Here's Anjali Velasco serving for Team Kaleb the Best, and it's going to go out a back and forth affair here between the two teams, as it's now a 4-2 lead here in favor of Juli Regulates. Now serving is Ayana Solis. The serve over the net, right side, going to be out of bounds. A point here for Kaleb the Best. It's now 4-3. Substitution here coming in. It's Tate Takamiya coming in. Out comes number 9, Dash Watanabe. Serving now is Raven Pascual. Pascual's serve over the net. Tafunya able to get it to the net. Domingo able to keep it up, and a miscommunication there between Solis and Hollis, as it'll be another point and a tied game here between Juli and Kaleb. We're not entirely sure who Kaleb is supposed to represent, but Juli most certainly is Juliana Bonez on the other side of the floor representing the Blue Pennies. That ball gets over the net for Juli. Here comes the up serve from Domingo. A great ball there from Coronin. And that ball goes way out, as it's a point here for Team Juli.
Yeah, a couple interesting names on this side. A couple interesting celebrations. We got the scuba. We got the 1-2 jab like we just saw over there from Kaleb the Best. So we'll see as this game goes on what interesting celebrations they can come up with.
That's Kai Hollis on the serve. Lana Ong trying to get the ball over the net, but the refs quickly call a foul there on Team Kaleb the Best. So it'll go quickly back here to Team Juli Regulates. They now find themselves with a 2-point lead. Here's Hollis with the serve again. Goes over the net. Good dig there from Kaleb. Back over the net. Juli does a good job reading it. Set from Domingo. There's going to be no hit, as Coronin is not able to see that one from his setting partner in Domingo. Loud atmosphere here at the UNLV Recreation and Wellness Center. It'll be Kara Higuchi serving underhand. Long, high serve. Hollis able to read that one through. Here's Domingo. Bonez able to get it back over the net. This is Velasco with the serve. Great hands by Hollis, but it's going to be a fault on the side of Team Juli Regulates. It's now a 6-6 game. we're tied up again.
Just so back and forth. We've seen one other game like that, and that was the best game of the night so far. I mean, it's been dog eat dog here in this one.
Higuchi still serving for Team Kaleb. Angelo setting it over the net. The set, big spike, not able to get it over, but a good recovery there from Velasco. Here's another set and a block off the hands of Domingo. Big celebration from Kai, the coach, for for Juli Regulates. He was just my broadcasting co-host in the game previous to this one. And now it's going to be Coronin serving for Team Juli. That's going to go straight into the net, and we're tied again at 7 apiece.
Yeah, when you want to get the serve, you want to get a lot of air up on it, but the ideal serve is one that barely skims across the net, but still with a lot of power, and couldn't get on that one.
Ong with the serve to Soli. She handled it well over to Hollis. The miscommunication there between Domingo and Tafunya allows for a 3-point here for Team Kaleb, and one of their first leads of the game here. Ong still serving here for Team Kaleb. The serve, big dive there from Hollis. He's able to get a hand to it, but it goes in between Solis and Tafunya. It's now 9-7. Lana Ong still serving here for Kaleb the Best. Kaleb the Best rocking the yellow pennies. Juli Regulates over there in the blue. That ball straight into the net, and it'll be a service for Juli. 8-9 game here. Speaking of Juli, here she is serving.
Team Juli. Juli Regulates. Let's see if she can regulate one over the net.
Bonez, a bit of a side spin on that serve. Good job there from Velasco, able to keep that one up. It'll be Takamiya who sets that one back over the net, out of play, and it's now another tied game here. Bonez with the ball in her hand, ready to serve. Overhand serve, no side spin this time. A miss set there from number 8. That's Raven Pasquale, not able to get both hands on that one as he sets it sideways. Lana Ong trying to get to it as well, cover up for him, but not able to do so. It's now a 10-9 game here in favor of Juli. The set, good dig there. That one's going over the net, tip drill, free ball, but it's a fault on the end of Team Kaleb. It's now 11-9 here.
You know, one team starting to pull away. Juli the Best being that team, and Kaleb's got to come back in with a fury into this one.
Bonez doing a tremendous job serving. Great dig there from Kaleb. The set over is going to be clean. Hollis gets the dig. Angelo over to Tafunya, gets the ball over. Higuchi not able to get control of that one, and it's now 12-9 in favor of Juli Regulates. A bit of a runaway job here in the middle of the set as Bonez finds herself at the line still here for her team.
Those are so hard to do. As we saw, she goes on one knee and just tries to, it's the opposite shoulder, non-dominant, so hard.
Takamiya a little bit too much height on that one from his setter Velasco. Puts it over the red line on the Juli side. It's now 13-9. Bonez, her serve, high over the net. Good set from Team Kaleb, and a dead zone there. Great situational awareness from Velasco. Celebrations all around, and now Watanabe is going to be subbed in here for Team Kaleb the Best. It's a 13-10 ball game. His serve, clean over the net. A little bit of trouble between Bonez and Hollis, and the point will go to Team Kaleb. It's now 13-11 here.
Hey, Kaleb did exactly what they needed to do. They got some subs in, got some fresh legs in, and now have a fighter's chance in this one.
Fatuño with a big spike, but it's going to be a fault on her as she touched the net on the way up. It's now a 13-12. You can't be making those kinds of mistakes, especially in a close game like this.
Well, you have a 3-point cushion, but that 3-point cushion could within a few possessions, all of a sudden one fault and one, spike into the net, and suddenly it's a 1-point game. And I think we've seen that here. 2-point game here was just like a 4 or 5 point game.
This is Domingo, the service. Going to be shallow. Not going to find the other side of the net, and now the ball goes back on over to the other side for Team Kaleb the best. This is Strider Samaro with service here for Kaleb. Right in the middle. Great dig there. Domingo Solis not able to get the spike down in time. The ball comes over to the broadcaster's table, and it's a tied ball game yet again here at 14. Samaro will stay in the service position here for Team Kaleb. Here it comes a little deeper this time around. Solis calling for it. It's instead Domingo who's going to set it as the center. Tafunya trying to punch it back over. Again, some more miscommunication there on the ends of Team Juli Regulates.
Hey, this is one of their first leads out of the game. Now they got to keep it.
Good service there from Samaro. Tafunya able to get the ball over the net, and no one was looking for it there. Not even expecting it. It lands in a sea of Kaleb, the best players, and we're tied again. What a back-to-back bout here, as Tafunya is now going to be the server here for Team Juli. Good dig there from Dash, able to pop it back up. Some miscommunication again there between Higuchi and Pasquale. They both look at each other, not knowing who was going to get the ball. It was Higuchi trying to make up for the error, but she's not able to get it over the net. Another point here for Team Juli. It's 16-15. Tafunya with the serve. Well over the net. Here's the set, the spike way over, and it's going to be a point for Team Juli. There's a bit of a doubt from whether or not it may have reflected off of one of the players of Team Juli Regulates, but not the case here. It's now 17-15. Tafunya still the server. Here it comes. A little more straighter on that one. Tip drill from Team Kaleb. Free ball for Team Kaleb yet again. And here's going to be a free ball for Team Juli. Tafunya hands onto it. Domingo with the set. The spike gets the deflection, but it lands in bounds. Great point there from Team Juli Regulates. It's now 18-15, and they can smell this first set win.
Hey, Juli Regulates came back with a vengeance. They went on a little run. They allowed a little run, and this time they come back with a vicious spike.
Cross court set there. Domingo setting towards Tafunya. Again, more miscommunication as two people try to hit it. Here's the set for Kaleb. It's going to tip off the net. Coronin trying to dive out for it. He's getting some smack from the Kaleb fans asking him to get there next time. He's a little bit frustrated, but it's all fun and games here as the server now for Team Kaleb the best is going to be Raven Pasquale. 18-16 here in set number one. Good service. Good read there from Bones. The spike. Great dig there from Team Kaleb. Here comes another spike, but it's going to be a fault on the hands of Team Kaleb, and it's now 19-16 in favor of Juli.
Way to fight back if you're Kaleb to bet, or way to fight back if you're Team Juli, because you were up most of the game, and then you allowed this little run, and then you just get your confidence back. That's a elite ball club move.
Set from Kaleb, a good fake there from Samaro. Tafunya pops the ball over. Great recovery there from Kaleb, and he lands in the middle of them. Oh my goodness. Know what you want there. That's the second or third time that we've seen just the ball landing between. I mean, it looks like every single player they've got. And now Team Juli Regulates is 1 point away from taking set number one.
And they want this one badly.
Solis with the serve is not going to make it. It's now 20-17. Team Kaleb still knocking on the door here. This is Anjali Velasco serving for Team Kaleb. Her serve going to make it over the net. Dig there from Tafunya. Angelo keeps it alive. Hollis with the tip over. Here comes the spike from Kaleb. It gets over the net. Great dig there from Team Juli. Here comes the Bones hit. It goes over. Here we go. The spike from Team Kaleb. It's a fault. And a point for Team Juli. That's how the first set will end here. 21-17, your score. Just textbook for competitive here in the first days of this game 4, Whit. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this was a high impact, high energy game. Lots of spikes, lots of good aces, but lots of good rallies as well. I mean, this is just a fun volleyball game to call.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, again, especially for the nightcap here, as some flag waving there in the background. This is what you love to see from the intramural side of things. You know, like these are just people that maybe former athletes, maybe they just want to stay active. They're not really gym people, so they do stuff like this. And the fact that we've got such a competitive game like this, and not only a competitive game, but a competitive game with an amazing turnout. I mean, I'm talking at least 40 or 50 people here in the stands. It's a tremendous environment. As you can see here on your screen, this is the site of Team Kaleb the Best. All these people just completely filling out the bleachers here on the 3rd floor of the UNLV Recreation and Wellness Center on a beautiful Wednesday night as the spring semester of 2026 slowly comes to an end here. And with that also means that playoffs is right around the corner. And I mean, these two teams with huge playoff implications on the line. Whit, here's an interesting stat for you. Both of these teams haven't lost a game this season.
Wow.
A lot on the line here. Juli regulates a perfect 5-0 on the season, whereas Kaleb the Best, 6 wins, but 1 draw this season. Can you believe it?
I can't. You know I'm a stats guy, but those stats are kind of like unbelievable. 5 wins. That's just pure dominance here.
Yeah, this was supposed to be a Court 2 game, not a Court 1 game, but the game between the Net Assets and the AXID and Pike game actually got canceled due to the Net Assets already playing once today and already missing that postseason cutoff because they haven't played enough games this season. So, to try and counter that, they've decided to put this game on court number 1 so that we're able to broadcast all 4 games for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're just about ready to get underway in set number 2 here. Juli regulates with the early lead, a dominant showing from them, but Kaleb the Best not out of it yet. They're banging on the door, trying to find that momentum. Kai waving to the camera. We're about set, ready to go. It'll be the captain, Dash, being the server. Bit of discourse here between the two sides here, more so the Kaleb side rather than the Juli side. Again, Watanabe going to be the server here for Team Kaleb. And we're just about ready to get underway. Referee has blown his whistle. Alrighty, here we go. Set number 2, the first serve. Bit of a miscommunication there from number 10, Jason Fernandez. His first piece of action on the night so far as he subbed in for Gabriel Coronin. And it's quickly 1-0 here in favor of Team Kaleb. Watanabe being asked to wait just 1 second. I think we're going to change balls here. We are going to change balls.
Always nice when you change balls. Get a little fresh grip on the balls.
Here's the serve from Watanabe. The dig goes way over the net from the side of Juli. Here comes the spike. It tips over. Angelo able to get that one, and it lands in the middle of no man's land. Domingo sets the ball perfectly for his team. Bones was backing up, not able to get a hit on it, and the point goes to Team Kaleb.
I feel like a little change of hands there. It was the yellow team there who couldn't figure out when to call for it, and now it's Juli regulates, suffering the same fate.
Fernandez there with another miscue as he's not able to get his wrists out to that ball. The 3rd point here for Team Kaleb. Hollis shows him how it's done. There goes Domingo. Tafunga is going to send it over the net for a free ball. Here comes Kaleb on the back, and the spike out of bounds. It's a point for Team Juli.
What a powerful spike from Team Juli here.
Yeah, Raven Pasquale on that one, trying to get it in bounds, but the first line of defense for Juli just doing a phenomenal job holding it down. Here's Domingo with the serve. Good dig there from the side of Kaleb. Here comes the service over. Domingo able to find that one again. Bones calling for it. Here goes Hollis with the tip drill over the net. Another tip drill from Hollis, and he gets it right back over. Great job by him.
Yeah, that was you're just at the base of the net, and the ball's already up in the air. You hit it down without hitting the net first. That takes a lot of skill, especially to place it where he placed it.
Here's Domingo with the service. Way over and to the right. It'll be a point for Team Kaleb. 4-2 the score here. Kaleb in the yellow pennies. Team Juli in the blue pennies. Serving now for Team Kaleb is going to be Raven Pasquale, the man who tried to get that spike down a couple of points earlier, not able to. Looking to rewrite those wrongs here. 4-2 ball game in favor of Team Kaleb. Here's the service from Pasquale. Bones able to read it all the way through. The deke from Hollis is a great one. Looked like he was going up for the spike. Instead, sets it to the other side of the net and gets the point. 4-3 here as Juli trying to climb their way back here, Whit, as Tafunga is going to be the server.
Hey, Juli right in the front of this hostile crowd. Definitely going to be a challenge here.
A service ace there for Tafunga as they're able to tie it for the first time since it was 0-0 at the beginning of this set. In the middle there, Velasco, maybe a bit of Ong action, kind of getting tangled up there. Here's the Tafunga serve. Watanabe able to field it cleanly, and a great hit there from Domingo. There goes Solis. Tafunga not able to get it over the net, and it's a point towards Team Kaleb.
Kaleb staying composed, making sure, obviously, they get their subs in. Oh, that's a pump fake sub.
Pump fake sub.
One of the classics of the broadcasting world.
Kyla Yamamoto's serve will find the Juli side, and that's a big hit, but it stays alive. Oh my goodness! What a play by Kaleb, excuse me. Here comes Juli on the back, and the spike deflected, but it stays up. Kaleb trying to put it to the other side of the net. Watanabe is able to do so. Here's Domingo with the set. Hollis with the spike. He keeps it up. Oh my goodness! Tafunga keeps it alive. Hollis tips it over, but it's out of bounds, and it's a point for Team Kaleb. What a crazy experience this is!
That was just crazy. Both sides wanting it so bad. And Team Kaleb with a victorious little set of circumstances there to get the point.
Samaro and Pasquale not wanting that to go down as Yamamoto able to get the service ace, putting her team up by 3. Kaleb the best trying to work the set back in their favor. Big high serve there. Bones able to field it cleanly. Here goes Domingo. The tip drill not going to go over. It's blocked, but it's going to be a fault on the hands of Juli Regulates. Another free point here for Kaleb the best. Yamamoto still the server here for Team Kaleb. The set. Domingo. Solis gets the ball over. Watanabe, a great block by Solis, but the deflection is recovered cleanly. Here comes Kaleb on the other side, and a block from Juli is blocked out of bounds. Fernandez and Hollis going up for it at the same time, not able to get it done there. It's now 9-4. Yamamoto serve. Tafunga, Hollis, then he gets the point. Bang, bang play there between Domingo, Tafunga, and Hollis, able to get that ball down on the Kaleb side, get the point back. It's now 9-5.
Hey, they're looking to run away with it. No sets for them playing down 1.
The serve from Solis. Have to serve it over to Funya with the first contact. Here comes Domingo, sets it over to Fernandez. He hits it over the net. Here goes Kaleb. Kaleb to set the fit, not going to be there. And it's going to be a deflection thanks to Hollis. Great performance by him and Fernandez on that left side of the net. Towering over this Kaleb team. Samero with the hit, not able to get it over. It's now 6-9. Solis with the serve, not going to find the other side, and now it's 6-10. Not what you want there, Whit, especially when the momentum is kind of building in your favor. You don't want to give them those free points where you're just hitting your serves right into your opposition's net.
I mean, right to the opposition's net, but it's also right into the opposition crowd they're at, and they're still going on this run.
Great service there from Samara. One of those high throws to start off with. Got a lot of top spin on that one, and he quickly makes it 11-6 here in favor of Team Kaleb the best. On the court now is Lana Ong, Anjali Velasco. That's Tate Takamiya that was subbed in. Pasquale still in there. Samaro serving, and there's another service ace for Samaro. He's really feeling himself here. Yamamoto closing out the 5 spot here for Team Kaleb the best.
Is it Kaleb the best or Kaleb the best?
The best with a D. Here comes Samaro with the serve. Able to pick it up his bonus. It goes over the net and a big spike there from Takamiya. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Kaleb the best. Just looks like they wanted more. They do not want to go home after the first set or after 2 sets. They want 3. It's a heavyweight bout right now.
They're going to do everything in their power to make sure that that's the case. Again, set 2 here, the best of 21. You got to win by 2. Here comes Samaro's service. Another big top spinning hit, and he's able to get another service ace. His 3rd of his debut right here.
Wow, what a debut for the kid. I mean, so many service aces, single-handedly giving Kaleb the best a winning chance of pushing this one to 3.
14-6 game here, Samaro. Service, top spin, out of bounds. Great communication there between Banez and Fernandez on the back line. Makes it a 7-14 game. Lot of working back to do, a lot of digging they got to do. Hollis is looking to recreate the success that Samaro had on the servicing end. Let's see what he can do here. Hollis hits the ball over. Played cleanly. Here comes Takamiya, and he's able to get that one over. Angelo with a good hit off the deflection. Banez hits it back over. Kaleb the best looking to get the spike. Takamiya, a bit of a deke there. He's able to feel that Banez not able to get her teammates in a place where they can try and hit it back over the net. It's now 15-7. The server here for Team Kaleb the best is going to be number 18, Lana Ong. Seen quite a bit of playing time here in today's game. Here's her serve. Tries to go cross court with it. Isn't successful with it. And now it's 15-8.
Yeah, they really got to do a good job here on defense to try to get that momentum unfroze again. Heat it up and don't let it freeze because already up a set. Dangerous if you let them come back here.
Fernandez with the serve. Here comes Kaleb with a spike. Not able to do the job. That's number 8, Pasquale, trying to get the point there for Team Kaleb. Isn't able to find any success. It's now 15-9. Juli doing a really good job trying to claw their way back in this one. Win this game by 2 sets, not having to play the 3rd. Here's the service from Fernandez. A short dig there from Kaleb the best. A hand gets under it. Fernandez does a job, but doesn't get the pop he'd like. And it's now 16-9.
Yeah, really good just spatial awareness from him. Knowing that you don't have to spike it with 100-mile-an-hour fist of fury into the ground every time. You could sometimes do a little soft hit, and that will get the job done just as well.
Velasco will be the server for Team Kaleb. It goes way out, but Hollis is actually going to keep it in play. It's going to hit off the rim, and it'll be a free point for Team Kaleb. Velasco will stay out there serving. Samara wearing number 15. Pasquale in number 8. We've got Ong in number 18, and the last fifth member is Takamiya in number 4 for Team Kaleb. Here's the service from Velasco. Domingo sets it up to Tafunya. She's able to get it to the other side, but it's going to be a point for Team Kaleb.
Kaleb, as I'm saying, they're making momentum swing in their way, because now it's 18-9, 9-point lead, just 3 points away from getting this to an even 1-1 set.
Here's Velasco yet again. The service goes over Fernandez. Excuse me, that's actually Caronin. He hits it back over. There's Somero. That ball way over. Pasquale not able to get the downward motion on it. Spikes it way over and out of bounds. It's now 10-18 here. Juli regulates with the service. Looks like it's going to be Banez serving for Team Juli, fittingly. Juliana Banez, the regulator for this team. Referees telling the spectators to back up just a tad, making sure no one gets unnecessarily hurt here. Here's Banez's service. It goes to Somero. Somero does a good job trying to read it through. Velasco tries to keep it alive, but unfortunately it hits it away from her teammates. It's now 11-18 as that ball falls inbounds. Banez still serving here. Here it comes. Somero fields that one cleanly. The set from Velasco is in time. Pasquale is able to get the tip drill over. And they're 2 points away from tying this series up. Substitution here as Watanabe comes in for Takamiya. Watanabe, Ong, Somero, Velasco, Pasquale on the court here, as well as Yamamoto. On the other side, Domingo, Tafunya, Caronin, Banez. Here's the service. Angelo with a deep drill. Another set there. Somero trying to tip it over. He does so well. Solis is able to hold on to it. Hollis trying to get it back over the net. He's not able to do so. And now it's 22-11. Match point here for Kaleb. Trying to even the sets at 1 apiece. Watanabe, service. Fielded cleanly. Domingo, 2 foot. Kaleb fields it cleanly. Here comes the hit from Somero. He's able to get it over the net. Free ball for Banez. Another free ball from Hollis. Watanabe is able to set it cleanly to his teammate. A free ball here for Team Juli. Domingo able to set it up to Fatunya. She hits it over the net. Here comes Watanabe. A set from Somero. Here comes Domingo. Solis hits it over the net. Stopped by a tip and up in the air. Trying to reach for it is Hollis. There's no one there. And the set belongs to Kaleb. We're tied at 1.
What a great job from Kaleb the best. And I will say they were the best on that set, because, 21-11 to come back after a loss in set 1. And you win like that. Great momentum coming into the third set, and it's anybody's chance if the yellow team or blue team, Juli, can come in and dominate like they dominated in the first set and get some of that momentum in set 1, like into set 3. They'll be fine.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Team Juli Regulates was maybe starting a bit of a last-second comeback there, right when Team Kaleb the Best kind of got to that 14, 15-point mark. But as soon as they hit 16 points, they really did not look back on that lead and took the win by 10. Again, surprisingly, on paper, didn't really feel like that was the case. But here we see Team Kaleb the Best convening before set number 3. Again, set number 3 is a best of 15 instead of 21. You still got to win by 2. Now we see Team Juli Regulates on the left side here. Excuse me, this is Team Kaleb the Best. We were just looking at Team Juli Regulates on the other side. This is Kaleb the Best right here in the yellow. You can see right there Angeli Velasco. Dwight having a quick conversation with her.
Maybe coaching her a little.
Yeah. Yeah, Dwight had a pretty good performance earlier for Team Sinagong in what I believe was game number 2 of day 4 for RISN Intramural Volleyball. Make sure to stop by next week. Playoffs for Intramural Volleyball is coming your way, as we will be hosting 2 days a week for the next 2 weeks to round out the volleyball season. I've got Kai Tafunya beside me. Kai, any words for the people at home going into the third set? What are you looking to do to try and win this game?
To try to win this game, we're just going to get it together, keep calm, and make sure that we're keeping communication with our team. Speaking of communication with my team, I have to get back on the court, so wish us luck for the third set. Comeback season.
All right, comeback season there, says Kai Tafunya.
Always nice when you can get some insight from the players themselves.
No, absolutely. Love a bit of mid-game talks there from the players to the broadcasters booth. A little bit insight there from the team, especially a team like Juli regulates, trying to close this game out. Okay, first to 15 points. Who's going to take it? Juli regulates and Kaleb the best.
Kaleb the best.
I've got my money on Juli.
Okay.
Here's Domingo with the service. Good dig there from Team Kaleb. Severo is not able to get that ball over the net. Severo mad about that one as he clobbers it right back into the net. Angelo Domingo still serving for Team Juli. Chance breaking out here on the Kaleb the best side. Angela Velasco setting that one up. A great deflection, and it's not going to get over the net. Oh, my goodness. I thought they had a chance there. Dash Watanabe was trying to get that one over off of the deflection of Velasco and Pascual, but not able to do so. And, again, Domingo finds himself with the service here.
Hey, like I said, I mean, Kaleb the best needs to, Juli needs to tap into what they had in the first set. And Kaleb the best needs to continue their momentum.
Samero's tip finds the arm of Domingo Hollis with the spike, and it goes over. Point Juli.
Wow.
Quick to 3 points. Juli regulates, wasting no time at all. Getting on the board early here, trying to run away with it and keep Team Kaleb at a goose egg. Here's Domingo with the service. Goes on over to Samero. Samero tries to get it to Yamamoto. It's just out of her reach. Velasco is coming over to help her out, and it's now 4-0 Team Juli. Juli teasing the Kaleb the best fans a little bit with a scuba dance. 4-0 game here. Domingo still serving. It's going to go over to Ong. On to Velasco. Velasco, the spike from Pascual is out of bounds, and he can't believe it. Another scuba celebration from Bones. Double scuba, 5-0 Juli. Referees are going to take a timeout to discuss this one. It's definitely split the venue half and half with that call. Let's see what they've got to say. Just making sure the official call still going to be a Juli point. 5-0, Juli regulates. 10 away from taking the win, 2-1 on sets. Here's the service from Domingo. Samero tries to keep it in play just out of the reach of Yamamoto. It's now 6-0 Juli.
Wow. Thought we were going to see a triple scuba there, but we did not. 6-0, maybe they've learned a little humility.
I mean, after the referees convene with one another, it gives you time to really reflect on those kinds of celebrations. Here's Velasco with the service. Samero tries to set it over, and it will be a fault on the Juli regulates side, and that's how Kaleb the best picks up their first point in set 3.
Don't call it a comeback, because I'm saying I don't think that Juli gets the ball back. I'm going to make a bold statement right here. 16 or 15 straight points.
Big tip there from Domingo. Fernandez able to get a hand on it. Banes will set it over the net. Ong is trying to get it to her teammate. This is Samero. He hits it right over to Fernandez. Fernandez to Domingo. Domingo to Batunya, and it's blocked. Block party from Pascual.
What a block.
6-2 here for Kaleb the Best. Watanabe still in service, repping the number 9. Service over right into the net. Quick momentum change there, and I'm sorry, Whip, but your dreams crushing blow there as Watanabe is not able to get it over the net.
A minor setback for a major comeback right here.
Tafunya is going to be the server here. Ball going to find Watanabe. Goes to Yamamoto. Fortunya again. Here's Velasco, sets it to Pascual, a big deflection, and it rattles around in the net for a Kaleb the Best point. I think I just figured out who Kaleb the Best is.
Who?
Kaleb Sarmiento. We haven't seen a lot of him this game, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, we have not.
But he seems to be the best.
Okay, maybe.
Way out there on the hands of Pascual, not happy with that one, and it's now an 8-3 ball game. Fernandez is going to come out. Back in is that's Coronin. And here's Solis with the service. It goes to Samero. Samero to Velasco. Velasco to Ong, and Ong can't quite get it. The ball was a little bit under the net, and now it's 9-3. 6 points away here for a big win for Juli Regulates, trying to hand Kaleb the Best their first loss of the season. Solis with the serve is not going to find the other side of the court. It's now 9-4.
Hey, and they're trying to stay lossless too, because they haven't lost either.
Exactly. A great game here. Samero's going to be your server. Samero, great dig there by Solis. Angelo with the set, and it's not going to quite come to Coronin's liking. Bit of a mistimed jump, and it's now 9-5. Samero still serving. Goes to Banes. Banes to Angelo. Angelo with a tip drill on the other side. Banes able to get it right back over. Here's Ong with the big spike and a block party. Coronin with a big block. Hollis there to help him out. It's 10-5. We're 5 away here for Team Juli.
Block party indeed. Getting big blocks on the line to try to cut you in the game.
It'll be Kai Hollis serving it up here for Team Juli.
I don't know about you, but the Juli fans are on their feet.
Oh, yeah.
Fiending for the win.
Watanabe, a bit of some deflection there from his own teammates. Samero calling for it, sets it over to Ong. Ong with the tip drill in the middle of nowhere.
She went for the spike last time. They thought they were going to do it again, and she goes with the soft touch this time. Tricks them to put, Kaleb within 4.
Situational awareness there from Ong. Here's Velasco, the server. The service in the Coffins corner right between Banes and Hollis. It's point and a service ace for Velasco. 10-7 game here, a tight one between the two undefeated teams. Velasco with the service. Banes calling for it. It finds Angelo. Angelo back to Fernandez. It's a free ball for Team Kaleb. Kaleb back to Velasco. The hit from Watanabe is over the net. Here comes Banes with the set towards Angelo. Free ball for Team Kaleb. Here comes Ong with the hit. Fernandez able to dig it out. A bit of miscommunication. Banes not going to be able to get it over the net, and it's a point for Team Kaleb. 10-8 here as they start to claw their way back. Substitution here as Takamiya is going to come in for Watanabe.
Minor setback for a major comeback here. I still have faith.
Velasco still the server for Team Kaleb. It finds Solis. Solis to Fortunya. Fortunya is going to give it to Domingo. Domingo sets it over the net. Here is Velasco with the set. Ong with the hit over the net. Fernandez with a tip throw. Free ball for Team Kaleb. The set for Takamiya is a big hit and a point. No, they're going to call a fault. Oh, my goodness. A complete change of the tides there. A huge momentum shift, as I thought that was a big hit off the hand of Takamiya. The fans are not happy on the Kaleb the best side here, Whit.
Oh my gosh, that was probably the best hit of the night we've seen, given all the circumstances. I mean, set 3, the only set 3 game we've seen today. Both teams both teams lost list. I think that's the best hit of the day, even though it resulted in a fault.
Fernandez, the server for Team Juli, and it's a top spinner out of bounds. Ball does not lie there, Whit, as Kaleb the best is going to get to serve again. And we've got an I believe that we will win chant here on the left side of the broadcaster's table. Yamamoto is going to be the server. Oh, a high service. Hollis is going to play it. Here comes Angelo. Bones with the hit. Comes over the net. Big hit. Out of bounds. They're going to call a point for Team Juli. 12-9 the score here. They're just 3 points away from taking it. Undefeated records on the line. Postseason positioning in the balance. Who will come out on top?
Wow, what a treat we're getting treated to this last game. I mean, set 3, as mentioned before, these teams have not lost all game. They're going head-to-head.
Velasco sets Takamiya, and he tips it over the hands of Solis, excuse me.
Just a 2-point game here.
A substitution yet again. It'll be Takamiya coming out. Watanabe coming back in. We've seen this substitution all too well throughout the night. Kaleb the best trailing by 2 here. Juli only needing 3 more points to win. Here's the service from Watanabe. It finds Bones, but she's not able to handle it. It's now 12-11.
1 point. These fans, I think, are going to go crazy if we get a tie game right here.
If we're going set for set, once we get to that 15-point mark, it's going to be ballistic in here. The service from Watanabe finds Hollis. The tip throw from Domingo finds a little bit of damage from Samero, and Tafunya is not able to hold on to it, and there's a timeout.
Wow.
Big momentum shift here as the game is tied. Celebrations from Team Kaleb the best. That's Takamiya getting very down and jiggy with it here in a tied volleyball game with, wow.
Just absolute passion from not only these fans, but these players. They want to win for their fans, and they want a win for the pride.
It is getting loud and rowdy here, Whit. Again, Kaleb the best really bringing the noise here. As we cut the camera, they immediately calm it down a little bit. But again, definitely the bigger crowd on this left side of the court. Right side isn't posting the same numbers as we've got a "we can't hear you" chant coming from the Kaleb the best side. There you can see Juli regulates. Again, a little bit more empty. You can't even see the seats of the bleachers on this side, whereas you can still kind of make them out there. Big chance there from Team Kaleb the best. 12-12 game here in set number 3.
I will say they look very composed. Juli the best looking just like killers out there.
So after that timeout and debrief for Team Juli regulates, they're looking to switch the momentum here. 3 points to glory for both teams. It'll be Dash Watanabe. The service finds Bones. Solis able to keep it up. Domingo puts it over to the other side of the net. Samero keeps it up. The spike from Samero is blocked by Domingo. And it's going to be a fault on the side of Kaleb the best.
Wow.
We've seen that twice now, Whit, where a fault really kind of switches that momentum, switches that gear for Team Juli.
Jeez.
Kaleb still loud here. Domingo serve will find Ong and Watanabe. Pasquale gets it over the net. The tip drill. Domingo keeps it alive. Coronin puts it to the other side. Pasquale with a big hit. Soli's trying to get the block with the help of Hollis, but they're not able to find any success. Kaleb able to tie it here, 13-13. 2 points to glory. Now, this is an important point. Whoever gets this point here will have the opportunity to try and win this game on the very next opportunity. Here's Ong with the serve. Banes calling for it. Domingo with the set. Hollis with a big spike! Oh my goodness, and they're out on the court!
The composure to lay a big spike. Crunch time with the opposing crowd in your ear. That is a big time play.
And now it all lands on Tafunya, the server. 1 point away from winning. Both teams undefeated. Both teams looking for the top spot in the playoffs. Here's the service. Finds Pasquale. Pasquale over to Yamamoto, the tip drill. Keeps it up. Here's Tafunya yet again. Coronar is able to keep that one up. Here comes the Pasquale hit a big spike. Domingo able to keep it up. It's deflecting around in the banisters. Oh my goodness! It was bouncing around in the beams up way high here at the Recreation and Wellness Center. Tie game yet again. Pasquale will be the server for Team Kaleb the best. We've got a classic.
Jeez. Talk about back and forth, 14-14. It's been third set.
Ooh, not what Team Kaleb wanted. Pasquale, that's his second time serving the ball over the red line here.
Win by 2 though, right?
Win by 2. So again, match point here for Team Juli Regulates. It'll be Solis with the serve. Manages to get it over the net. Pasquale feels it cleanly. Excuse me, that's Watanabe. Big tip there from here. Here comes the ball over. Samero sets it cleanly. That's Velasco. Here comes Samero again. Tafunya able to keep it up. Here's Domingo. The hit over from Coronel is over. There's Velasco again. Watanabe with a big hit, and it's deflected, and the point is given to Juli Regulates. They take the win. They're undefeated. They will take the top spot in the playoffs.
Wow, Will, what a game.
Not sure what happened there, Whit, on the other side of the court. It looked like it was a deflection off one of the hands of the Juli Regulates player, but I mean, the person with the best view on that was the referee, by all means.
Jeez, I mean, I can't just keep talking about this game. Literally best game of the night and last game of the night, unfortunately.
It's been a jam-packed day today here on the Rebel Intramural Sportsnet YouTube account. If you've liked today's content, make sure to drop us a follow, subscribe, make sure to hit that like button. Put down in the comment section who your favorite athlete was, what your favorite game was. We had 4 of them tonight, an amazing one to wrap it up the day today, and we've got postseason play coming up next week. 2 days instead. We do our regular Wednesday broadcast, but we'll actually be starting the week on Monday. So make sure you are tuned in for that. It should be an exciting one here for the UNLV Intramural Sports teams. I've been Will Lewin, joined alongside my co-host Will Lummis. We will see you next week.